Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting with me, Carl Froch, aka the Cobra, and I'm delighted to be joined with Dalton Smith, aka Thunder. And you're coming off a recent win. I mean, WBC super lightweight champion. What a win as well. We're going to get straight into it. But how does that feel? Great to be joined as well. Thanks for coming on.
No, my pleasure. Thank you for having me here and seeing the history of your career.
There's a few magazines up there with
but
some cover shots.
Just like I said, I think I'm still waiting for it to sink in.
Yeah,
unbelievable weekend in New York. So life's good at the minute.
That WBC title is like the main one. I always refer back to the green and gold belt because Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston, Joe Louis, all the big names, Sugar Ray Leonard. It's like the belt. I mean, I'm not showing off. I got the IBF, I got the WBA as well. But you came through the sort of like the grassroots, if you like. I mean, you was on Team GB. Yep. Boxing for England, you're ABA champion, so you've got the amateur pedigree. Mm-hmm. You won the British, the Commonwealth, the European as well. I never won the European title. You won the British outright.
Got one over him then.
No, exactly. I wanted to fight for the European title, that blue and gold belt. It's like one of the belts that's if you become a European champion, you kind of get your top 10 world ranking, especially with the WBC. So we looked at the European, but there's nobody about, and then the eliminator came for the WBC that Joe Kawasaki vacated. But you came through the hard way, and you've actually got the Lonsdale belt, which is my favourite belt, the Lord Lonsdale belt, the British title. You've got it outright, haven't you? Yeah. So you defended it 3 times. Yeah. So you've got that experience of fighting at that level. And then did you have any grueling 12-rounders at the British level?
To be honest, no one's ever really pushed me.
You just splatter everyone, did you?
Yeah, so I mean, I've never had that test. So obviously that was the questions going into the world, the world level, and I think I had every question what needed answering. I think I had it last weekend.
Absolutely, so. But you step in for that WBC title against Subriel Matías, and he's a tough fighter. I think he's only lost once, and that was a long time ago. And he's a puncher, and he always looks strong and looks good, and he always finishes strong. You went away to Brooklyn, New York to fight. I mean, I went away in my first defence and fought Jermaine Taylor, my first defence over in America. Got dropped in round 3, stopped him in the dying seconds of the last round. You've probably seen that one. It's been doing its rounds. It's been doing its rounds on TikTok, that one, because it's such a good comeback. But that was my first defence. You're fighting for the title. I had the pleasure of fighting in Nottingham at the Nottingham Arena in my hometown against a tough guy, Jean Pascal, an unbeaten Canadian. But to go away and fight someone like Matías in your actual world title fight, your first world title fight, that's some move that is. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to have the balls and the guts to go out there and do it. And to go to Brooklyn, New York and take him on. And stylistically took him on at his own game as well. Yeah. Because there was a point, I mean, I'll ask you about it now, but there was a point in the fight where I thought, you're going to box and move? Are you going to stand there and fight him? Are you going to just be cagey for a few rounds? I think you tell me if I'm right or wrong, but early on in the fight, watching it, you made a decision to, I'll just take him on, fuck it. This is a world title fight, and if he's going to stand in front of me, I'm not going to back up. I'm going to have to meet him as he comes and match him. Is that tactically wise? Did you make that decision before you went in, or did that evolve as you got in there?
Well, the thing is, me and my dad had worked on it for 10 weeks. Obviously the game plan was, be first to the shot. But we also knew it's a 12-round fight. You're going to be up close. You're going to have tough moments. But once I was sat inside fighting with him, I thought, all this, what to talk about, the strength, the power, I thought, I'm happy days, I can take it. And the only thing with Subriel is, if you give him the room and you let him push you back, he gets momentum. But there's very few what's put him on the back foot and pushed him. So we knew if we was in close, we can push him back and obviously knock him out with his rhythm. So realistically, my dad probably wanted me to box more, but I was happy to stand there and fight him at his own fight.
I think game plan A is always, you've got plan A and plan B and whatever. I mean, me and Rob McCracken was never massive on plans. It's always about...
He was the same. We never go in thinking, this is the plan.
This is what we've got to do. It's hit and don't get hit. Yeah. Hit your opponent, get it as little as possible. That's the first plan, isn't it? But then as you're fighting, you either feel comfortable up close with somebody, and when they're hitting you around the body and when they're catching you on the chin, or you don't feel comfortable, you think to yourself, like when I fought Abraham, he punches hard and he's quite short and stuck, and I thought, you know what, I don't want to be stood in close with him, copping shots. So after round 1, behind the jab, kept him long, kept out his way for 12 rounds, outboxed him. And he was a tough fucker as well. I smashed his head in for 12 rounds, and he just stayed. I don't think I'd have stopped him if I'd have tried. And there was times when I did have a go. So round 1, you're out there and you're thinking, box and move, don't get hit, that's the plan. But as soon as you get close and you start taking a few shots, and you lean on them a bit, push them back, hit them with a few shots, you start to fancy it. And that actually works in your favour because You ended up, if anyone's not seen the fight, get a look at it, because you ended up taking him on, catching him a couple of times. You only dropped him once, but you hurt him 2 or 3 times. Where I think you hurt him earlier than what people thought as well.
I mean, I know I had his respect from the first round. I think I remember like slipping, throwing an uppercut, and I've seen his legs dip a little bit. So I thought, in round one, so I know he had his respect then. But you see the way he fights, his game comes forward. So absolutely. You know he's durable.
Yeah, and then round 2, 3, and 4. I think round 4 you caught him on the chin again. But it was round 5 when you caught him. He stepped back, his legs were gone, he wobbled a bit. And then did you just think, I'm going to go for the finish? Or did you think to yourself, I'll put a bit of pressure on him? Because sometimes you can think, apply the pressure, but it's only round 5 of a 12-round WBC fight. You've got to respect the journey, haven't you, the 12-round journey. Or did you just think, right, I'm going for the finish here? Because you went for a couple of big digs and he just flattened him.
I think I hurt him, landed a couple of digs, and then I thought, to be honest, every time I usually hurt someone, I never rush in. And I'm quite patient with it, so I just think once I landed, you know, I was just able to, you know, give myself a bit of room to line a big overhand right.
Yeah, well, that's the amateur pedigree, and that's when you fight in amateurs and you go to different various multi-nations tournaments around the world. You want to win the fight on points, really, don't you? You want to make sure you're getting your button pushed, and you want to make sure you get your hand raised at the end. So that experience from the amateurs stops you from walking into something stupid. Yeah. But you was able to time him. Was it an overhand right? I think it was, wasn't it?
It's like a jab body overhand right.
Overhand right. And it caught him flush on the chin, and that finish, I mean, it's a highlight reel knockout, that is, because it flattened him. The stoppage, listen, I'm not complaining about the stoppage. The stoppage was great. The referee got him up. He got up on his feet. He was looking at the ref. The ref was like, listen, the guy's fucked. And if you'd have carried on, you'd have really hurt him. You were still fresh, really. Did you feel fit and strong?
As much as like it was a high-paced fight, my tank was full.
Yeah.
And it's not like you get to around 6, 7, you get your second wind anyway. So like the tank was full anyway.
Some people will argue, the fight could have gone on, but yes, if the fight would have gone on, which it maybe could have under a different referee, the writing was on the wall. He was gone because his legs were gone.
Of course, it was definitely
hurting him.
It was definitely, obviously, you've seen the way he stumbled. So I think the ref made the right decision. But
was you happy with the stoppage?
Too right.
Yeah, when you watch, because sometimes you watch it back, because like sometimes you want to make sure.
I think if it wasn't the way he stumbled back, you know, the ref was like on 8, 9, and he stumbled. So
the reason I asked, because when Howard Foster stopped me and Groves in the first one, I was pissed off with the stoppage because I was like, got all this controversy now.
Yeah.
And then I got the rematch and obviously sorted that out at Wembley Stadium in front of all them people. Were you one of the
No,
crowd?
but I tuned in.
Do you know how many were there?
Good few 85 or something.
85, he knows the game. But obviously that created the rematch. But there's been another couple of times where the ref jumped in, Vozan Davti, and there's been a couple, who was the guy I thought who boxed Howard Eastman? I can't remember his name now, but the ref jumped in when I was unloading shots. And I thought, I don't stop it. Yeah. But it's building up. But when it's for a WBC title and you fight someone like Matías, I suppose when you've got him hurt, you're like, fucking get it done.
Yeah, 100%.
Wave it off. So you was happy with the stoppage?
When it's like, of course you're happy with the stoppage. But I do think either way, if the ref carried it on,
yeah, it wouldn't have made any difference.
It wouldn't have made any difference, but...
And people can always bitch and moan because they want to see blood, they want to see a bit more.
It's one of them, I think it's whatever you do, someone's always got something to say after, aren't they?
Yeah, and the celebration after as well, that was quite memorable because your dad's obviously your cornerman, for those who don't know. His father trains him and goes in his corner with him. And it's a bit unusual. A guy called Stephen Smith, whose dad used to train him, and he jumped in the ring and had a go at the referee when Ricky Hatton splattered him. He was putting it on him, and it's just too much emotion.
Yeah.
But I feel like yours and your dad's relationship, and I heard you do an interview the other day, and he was like, he's my dad, but when we get in the gym and he's my coach, he becomes my boxing coach.
Exactly.
And then does that little bit of messing around and that bit of a piss take that you probably have with your dad, does that switch off and it's just all down to business?
So, not really. I think, to be honest, over the years, it's just been, as much as he's my dad, it's just been strictly boxing.
Yeah.
No, but like I say, I'm lucky enough I've got my nan and granddad and that there.
Was he in the corner for your amateurs?
Yeah, he was in the amateurs, yeah.
Oh, so what a journey that is. I mean,
my dad got into coaching when I got into boxing.
Right, okay.
So we learnt the trade together.
That's such a great relationship. I envy that. I mean, to have a relationship like that with your dad. Yeah. I'm not going to go into my relationship, but that's brilliant. I love that. And
but as a coach, what you had with Rob?
Unbelievable. I mean, I was so privileged to have someone like Rob McCracken, who you've worked with.
I did 5 years on GB. And it was to sit with Rob. He used to tell me stories over years. I sat like a little kid, taking it all in. It was like Rob's a good guy.
Don't share all the stories, 'cause I can imagine some of them.
No, he kept it legit.
Right, but no, Rob's a top guy. He knows his boxing.
Wicked. He's wicked.
And, he don't get too animated in the corner. He don't get too excited. He doesn't say a great deal. And
I think Rob just got one heartbeat. I don't think it goes higher or lower. It just stays there.
That's a good way to explain McCracken. He don't get animated.
No, he don't.
Even when I was getting bloody done and behind on the cards. It's like, right, you need to just put the pressure on him now. Step it up a little bit.
He's calm.
Have you had a round off there, Froch? You having a round off? What's going off? I'm like, that's a bollocking off, Rob. I'm asking you if you've had a round off. I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble now.
No,
but it keeps you calm, definitely.
Definitely keeps you calm.
So your relationship with your dad's spot on. That's brilliant. The celebration was awesome. So just going back to the fight, Subriel Matías, there was some controversy beforehand with a failed drugs test. Did that bother you, get in your head at all? Was there any... Did you think the fight wasn't going to happen?
Not really. Obviously, the first initial thoughts are, shit, the fight's off. Everything I've worked for my world title shot, it's just going to be... I'm going to lose the opportunity, but we quickly found out the fight was going to still happen, which I wasn't asked on that. Like, I'd have fought anyone. Like I said, it didn't really affect my preparation because I just said, unless anything changes, I'm going to stick to the plan. And I kind of blocked it out. And like I said, I weren't really that bothered because I knew once I beat him, he's going to make it that much more special.
Yeah. Did you think to yourself, he's cheating here, he's on drugs?
Yeah, give me that.
But did you think, fuck's sake, is he going to be punching hard? Is he going to be super fit? Because I know it was a trace amount of ostarine that was found. Yeah. But if they're only found in trace, that's because they've almost got away with it.
Well, they've
still been fucking on it.
The cycle's what they're doing.
Yeah, of course. It's still been juicing.
But to be honest, it never put any doubt into my head. I just took it with a pinch of salt. So it is what it is. I know.
It pissed me off a bit, that wouldn't it?
It pissed me off, but...
Did you have any animosity towards him? When you was in there, was you
That's what I mean. I think it gave me a bit more fire.
Right, okay.
When I was training for.
What about after when you came together and you said hello and shook his hand and that?
Because the hard thing after was, it was very respectful. It was like congratulate me, it was respectful, but I found it hard to give him the respect back. Yeah. For obviously what went before, but it is what it is.
It's his team as well, isn't it? It's not always just him personally. He's having to accept what's going on, but his team will be giving him stuff and saying.
Of course, it's not like you say, it's not him. It's who's giving him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you got the job done. You got the win. You're WBC champion. Yeah. And no arguments, no rematch needed. Yeah. You kind of splattered him, didn't you? Exactly. And got your fucking hand raised and
did it Froch style, didn't I?
The Cobra style. And so you didn't say anything to him after that. Then you was quite happy with the whole thing.
Obviously I got the win, and like you say, it's done. Like the fight's done. Then.
So what's the response like now? You're champ. Now you've got that WBC title.
Do you know what? I feel like I've been in a daze for a full week.
Because becoming world champ, you win British Commonwealth European, and then you go and fight for the world title. You've got that WBC's belt. It's like genuine. It's legit. I'm world champion now.
I was saying before. I got back like Tuesday morning, sat eating my breakfast and the belt's there, and I'm thinking, how the fuck is that in my house?
That's what was me. I was at my bungalow on Phoenix Avenue, and it was at the bottom of my bed, just on a thing, and I woke up, oh, it's real. Every morning you wake up, you kind of think, oh, I've done the... Do you ever wake up and think, I've got to go on a run, or I'm training? And your brain thinks...
Not really, but after a week, I'm like, I need to get back in gym, because you feel shit, don't you? You've had a bit of shit, your body's not done out.
When you're serious about the game, you do want to get back in there. When the desire's still there. But when you get older and you can't be arsed and you've got one eye on retirement, that goes. But at the minute where you've said that, I know you're serious about the game. You're still young enough. What are you, 28? 28 years old, world champion. Yeah. I think I was 30 when I fought for my world title. Right. And then you have a 5-6
What age did you retire?
I was a month before my 37th birthday, So 36, but in my 37th year, nearly 37. And I was ready because I had the rematch with Kessler, which was quite hard, and I had the first fight with Groves, which I didn't really want because I was done the Kessler fight. I made a few quid on Sky pay-per-view, and I had the Super 6 tournament, and I was like 35 years old, got kids at home, 2 kids now, and so I had my third child in 2015, and I was just like looking at the exit plan, thinking I've kind of had enough now. And when you start looking at that, you're not enjoying the runs, you're not enjoying the training. So Groves popped up, and I thought, oh, fuck him. I used to spar him, and I've chinned him in sparring. And I just thought, nah, I ain't got the respect for this kid. Can't really be asked. Let me go to Vegas and fight. I've never been to Vegas. Give me Chavez Jr., get me on pay-per-view on Sky, make some money, do Vegas, big lights, go home, and that's it, mic drop. And it worked out that Grovesy boy was mandatory. And the rest is history. The first fight in Manchester, then Wembley Stadium rematch. But that was an unbelievable finish. But that first Groves fight, and the way I got bashed up for 5 or 6 rounds and dropped in round 1, after that fight I could have retired. I could have been like, fuck this, I got away with one there. Because it was a tough fight. I won it fair and square.
Would you?
Then we never got that rematch. We'd have never got the big 80,000. So when I got the rematch and rendered him unconscious in front of all them people, that's like, why am I fighting now? That was the bonus fight. That was the testimonial, if you like. And I'm 37 nearly. Aches and pains. I've had 5 operations for my career: hands, knee, fucking nose, sinuses, and that. And mid-30s, you start struggling at the weight a little bit as well. I was super middleweight my whole career and had enough. So you at 28, fresh as a daisy, no marks on you. Gets a little bit harder in your 30s, yeah. The weight becomes odd and the recovery.
When do you think you come into your prime?
I reckon probably 32, 33. I was quite a late developer. I didn't turn pro till I was 25.
Yeah.
You turned pro at 22, didn't
22,
you?
yeah.
So you've got I'd say a good 5 years left.
Yeah.
You'll be 33, still firing all cylinders.
I always said 33, I don't want to box anymore.
Yeah.
And 33 is a good age.
It's a good age, but you've got to see where you are with it.
Yeah.
Because if you're 33 and you're undisputed and there's big fights,
it's what you've got in the tank and like you said, the desire.
You're going to make some serious dough to set your family up for the rest of your life. Then you've got to take it. But tomorrow's never promised, mate.
Exactly, mate.
Yesterday's history. Can't do anything about it. It's fantasy land yesterday. Don't look back in anger with anything in life, not just boxing, anything. Tomorrow's never promised. Live for today. And today you're WBC world champ. And you've got to celebrate it. And you've got to look at who you're fighting next. Which brings me on to the next question. Who is next? Because you've got a few people.
I have no clue, but everyone will be
people hanging. Well, I'm in New York next week or the week after for Teofimo Lopez.
I'm going to be there.
Shakur Stevens. Are you there?
I'll be there, yeah.
Oh, good.
I'll be there, so obviously
we'll have to get together, man.
Keep an eye out on that fight.
Adam Azim's been mentioned as well, which he's got to build. He'd maybe fight for the
Exactly,
IBF.
he's got to build, and like I say, I don't want to put it down on him, but like when you've worked hard, you're not going to give no one unless they've earned the stripes.
He's got to earn his place into it. He's got to go through where he's got through, come through a test, and become mandatory if he wants to fight. You're not going to give him a voluntary defence because he's a good fighter. He's got quite fast hands. He's quite tough. He can punch a little bit. And if you've got bigger money fights out there, why are you going to give somebody a chance you don't need to? It's not the fact that you're going to be ducking anybody. It's what makes financial sense now.
Exactly. And I mean, obviously the fight could have happened for the European, but obviously they vacated it. So, like you say, it's a big fight down the line, but like you say, you've got to earn your stripes.
Have you got your eye on Teo or Shakur Stevens? I mean, who do you think wins that one? Get a prediction off you.
I got asked this earlier.
50-50?
50-50, but I favour Shakur on points.
Just because of his style,
but the only thing what makes me think is it's his first fight at 140. You know, Teo's been at that weight for a while now, but we'll see.
Good fight.
Good fight. Yeah, they're
both
good fighters.
He's a good lad. First time I see him in London at the Ring magazine, he was like, "Oh, Froch, come here." He went and grabbed his Ring magazine belt out of his taxi, and he stood there with his Ring magazine. I went, "Yeah, I ain't got one of them. I didn't get one of them," so he was showing off. But we had a good crack, and I'm a big fan of Teo, but Shakur Stevenson's a proper fighter.
Of course, he's
very
athletic, both good fighters.
Fast hands, skillful. But Teo's skillful.
Yeah.
I mean, and when he beat Josh Taylor, I bet you used to do a bit with Josh Taylor, didn't you?
I never did anything because I think Josh were like coming towards his as I were coming through.
Yeah, I wonder if you'd have been sparred with him.
No, I never sparred.
So there's no one you particularly fancy out of Teo and Shakur?
For me personally to fight.
Yeah.
Or look, whoever the top dog is.
Yeah.
You obviously you'd be chasing a winner as a world champion. So, like you said, the division's stacked. Obviously, Puello's mandatory at the minute. Yeah. You know, see if you get a voluntary. Like you said, there's loads of options. We'll see. There
was a kid that what's his name? Simon Jordan was talking about the other day. He dropped a name out. He was on about somebody fighting in this weight division.
No, I think it was Puello. It was the ones about. It was the mandatory. Yeah.
See, he likes to look at that, doesn't he?
Yeah, but obviously Subriel, who I've just beat, he won the title off Puello. Yeah. Then he's got an automatic mandatory. Yeah. So.
It'd be nice if you to get a name, and I think the name would be if Teofimo Lopez does the business.
Yeah.
And that's the fight that you could win as well. It's not. He's not unbeatable.
Of course.
He's a tough fight. I know he beat Lomachenko, didn't he? But Lomachenko's obviously carrying a bit of an injury. No excuses.
Yeah.
But that's a fight with your sort of youth and enthusiasm and fitness.
That's the biggest fights to be a part of, and
you're getting paid in that fight.
And you're getting paid exactly. It's like you see, it's a business when you get to this point as well, and. Obviously, my number one goal is I want to sell Hillsborough out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Wouldn't
so to get a big name over and do that, but you know, I would like an homecoming next. Obviously, I've been to New York.
Yeah, so absolutely deserve
go back to the arena. Yeah.
Wicked. You Eddie Hearn, aren't you?
I'm with Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure he could sort that out for you. He wants to make sure he makes money on his shows, though.
Exactly, he always does anyway.
He won't take a gamble with you. He won't put Lee Wood at the City Ground. I mean, it's got to make sense business-wise.
Yeah, of course it has.
But Lee Wood's fight at the City Ground.
He fights in a couple of weeks. Josh Warrington.
Yeah. Is that in a 5v5? Or is that just a straight?
No, I think it's just.
He was talking about a 5v5, wasn't he, with Matchroom, with Queensbury. So it's just a straight fight.
It's just main event card, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it'll be a good fight.
It's a good fight. Lee Wood managed to scrape through sometimes, doesn't he?
He does, but
but gets the job done.
That's where everyone loves
him. About the Michael Conlan fight earlier, weren't we?
Exactly,
off camera and how tough he was.
Like you said, Michael's at our gym.
Yeah, of course he is.
And obviously I was there ringside, but like it's one of the best fights I've ever seen.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
Yep.
And you come back from the Lara loss.
Yep.
beat him in that one, and then his fight with Josh Warrington, his first one, he was getting fucking done, wasn't he?
And then
He was
come
behind,
right, yeah.
and then he managed to catch him, and what a great finish that was. Right, we've done what we've done. Congratulated you, WBC champ. Brilliant, really proud of you. It's great to have you on. You know you've made it when you're on Froch on Fighting.
Exactly.
The best channel in the business. So you can be proud of that.
No, my
your
pleasure.
debut on Froch on Fighting. Hopefully we'll have you on a few more times.
Appreciated.
A couple of fun bits before we let you go. Who's your top 3 British fighters?
He's not going to like this one, is he?
Not of all. Hang on, is this of all time or no? This ain't of all time. Is it? Are we all time?
Of all time.
Yeah, he missed that bit. Go on.
I'm going to go Ricky Hatton, Calzaghe.
Shout. That's a shout.
We'll go. I'm going to have to say Naz Sheffield.
Naz, yeah.
But you're in the top. You're up there, Carl.
I thought you were going to say the Haymaker.
No.
No,
We've
that's
got Naz Sheffield,
Joe
innit?
Calzaghe, quality fighter. Ricky Hatton, just a legend. And who was your third?
Was it Ricky Hatton, Calzaghe and Naz?
Yeah, fuck Naz. Change him for the Cobra.
Come on, get Cobra in there.
Naz was quality. He was the reason I got back into boxing. What
I
a guy.
remember you saying that.
What a guy he is. Right, who's an underrated fighter that's never got his flowers? Anybody that's pro now that you're like, hang on a minute, he's a top fighter he has, but never really gets the acknowledgement. Was anyone coming through?
Can it be present or anyone, yeah?
My shit producer writes these questions. We just have to, this is like a formality.
Do you know what I think had it tough? Luke Campbell.
Luke Campbell, yeah, true. That's true.
He always had, obviously, pound for pound the best every time he fought them.
Top amateur. Top amateur.
Not sure.
Struggled, didn't he? Who did he? Ryan Garcia, good fighter.
Ryan Garcia, he had
Did
Lomachenko.
you have Ryan Garcia down or just have him out?
Yeah, he had him down.
Had him over.
I was his sparring partner for that fight.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
Toughened him up.
Just turned
Or softened him up around the body because the body shot done him in the end, didn't it? So yeah, Luke Campbell, yeah.
Who's yours?
He's retired now.
Favourite?
You know what?
Top 3 British fighters.
My top 3
of all time.
The ones I have to say is Calzaghe and Lennox Lewis and Nassim Hamed. But Ricky Hatton's up there is always a toss-up. I could probably slip Calzaghe out there and slip Hamed.
So he's hard to pick, isn't it?
But there's a handful of fighters, isn't there? We got Ricky Hatton, David Hay, myself, Calzaghe, Lennox Lewis, and then you're struggling for big names.
It's hard to pick. It is hard to pick.
Well, there's not that many big names where you say, hang on a minute, top world champion, proven at world level. So you've won the world title now. Yeah. Now you need to go out there and make a name for yourself.
It's a legacy, isn't it?
Defending it a few times and maybe go for some of the other belts, the IBF and the WBA. Yeah. And when you do that, then you get up there and it's like, hang on a minute, you're tapping on the wall here now for a Hall of Fame. Yeah. And that's where you want to be. Of
course.
But first and foremost, you want to make the money because you're prize fighting now, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Underrated fighter. So I think we've got to finish on this one. Who's the biggest knobhead in boxing?
Biggest knobhead?
When you're an active fighter, you have to be careful what you say because you don't want to upset anybody. He's with Eddie Hearn.
I honestly don't think I could pick one.
You don't want to call Frank Warren a knobhead because you might end up with him one day. You never know.
Because I'll always take it on how someone's treated me. I couldn't see it from the outside and think, oh, he's a dickhead.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? So I couldn't put a name to
Is there nobody that's pissed you off and you're like, nobody where you're like, a fighter, a boxer, someone you've sparred with? No promoters? No. This should be a politician, shouldn't it?
Isn't it? Who's yours?
You might as well say me.
I like you, Carl.
You like the Cobra, don't you?
I love the Cobra, mate. Over the years, mate.
Listen, we'll end it there.
Me as a little boy, my granddad taking you when you fought on the undercard of...
Hang on, you're 28, I'm 48, so 20 years. So yeah,
so how old would I have been? 28? That was 20 years ago.
I retired 11 years ago. 12 years in May.
Yeah.
So you're 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
When I'm chinning that geezer at Wembley Stadium in front of 80,000 fans.
Because I remember...
So where was you then?
I was just transitioning, like getting onto the Great Britain team. So you left. I've got a picture with you in the Institute of Sport when I was on the England assessment thing.
Assessment. When I was there training.
And I think
you were there 4 years.
That would have been for the Groves fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Groves first or second one, either way, because that was 11 years ago.
It'd have been around that time.
And both of them, yeah. Cool. Did you see any fights before that? Did you see the Kessler rematch?
Seen the Kessler ones. Pascal, I've watched them all. I've watched them all.
And you've not got me in your fucking top 3. What the fuck?
That's what I said, it's on.
Fucking... Kawasaki fought a fucking goat herder. Lost to Robin Reed and didn't give him a ring. I'm joking.
Did give me in here.
Listen, man, it's been a pleasure.
Honestly,
Thanks
Carl,
for coming on,
mate,
and we'll have you on soon. And good luck for the rest of your career.
Thank you, man.
You can fight like you can really fight. You're fit and strong, and I can tell you've got that mindset. So all the best. I'm sure you're gonna have a great career, man.